All right, Tutti Fruities, here we are. We're going to try on, no, not try on. We're actually going to put on the wig that I've chosen. So, welcome back to my channel. I've officially named it Simply Sharing Sunshine. And again, my name is Sunshine. And I am sharing with you all my wig journey. So I have had some hair loss. Oh, I did take out my extensions. So on the last two videos where I actually tried on the two wigs, a synthetic one and a human hair one, I had extensions in. So this is my actual hair. If I look down, it's because I have a mirror down here. So that's I'm just looking, but you'll see how thin my hair really is without the extensions. I did officially take them out, so it will be easier to wear the wig that I have chosen, which was the human hair one. Both of them looked nice, and both of them were close enough to my natural hair. My natural hair is a little bit darker, of course, with this damn grays up here. But both of the wigs were dark. The synthetic one was a Raquel Welch Wavy Day in SS Ice Java. And the one that I chose was a Hairvivi human hair wig. And the Raquel Welch was just too full and it was too big of a jump from my natural hair. Although as I was watching the video back, it looked fine. But for anyone transitioning into wigs, it feels like there's a big difference between your fine, thin hair or no hair, or even if you're just changing up your look, the hair just looks or feels differently when you put it on, when you put the wig on. So there is a slight adjustment period. And one thing that I didn't go over in the previous two videos was the way that the wig felt on your head. You are wearing like a hat. And so that is something that you have to get used to too. When I was wearing my extensions, I had to get used to that. And so over time, I did get used to it. It was a little annoying every time we moved them up or adjusted them because it was just a little bit tighter. It didn't pull on my hair, but it felt differently. It was just a little bit tighter. All right, so here we are. We're gonna put on the Hairvivi wig. First, we will go over, from what I understand, it is easier and better to wear a wig grip. And as I was testing this out, I do find that for me, I think I will need to wear a wig grip. As I was putting on the wig, there are some women or some videos where they just kind of pop it on and it's a go. It's a glueless wig and it stays. I, for the life of me, can't get this sucker to stay properly without a wig grip. And even with a wig grip, it still feels like it might adjust or move if I pull on the top of my head. And so I keep adjusting the straps in the back. When I put it on without adjusting at all, and I make it its full length clips in the back, if I pull it completely out and I don't adjust the back clips, then it just falls right off. So to me, it feels like it's the proper size, because at first I was like, oh my gosh, did I get the wrong size? They tell you to measure your head. So you have to measure the circumference of your head. So from back here to here. And for me, it's about 20 and a half. And then you also measure from the back of your neck forward. And it's about 12-ish, 12 and a half. And so based on that, I wear a petite wig. So there are many companies that do petite, medium, average, or petite, medium, large. I think Hairvivi did petite, medium, large. The Raquel Welch one was just average, and so you adjust it. But based on the measurements, I have a small head. So I'm still going to have to play with it. Please give me your tips. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing wrong. Now, we start with these wig grips. And so I have three particular grips here. The first one was a velvet grip, and it has the center piece so you could put your part right here. There is some plastic on this right here, and this is what will hold, give it an extra hold. The wig will sit on these plastic pieces. However, I have seen grips out there that are just plain velvet like this. According to the picture, the plastic or the grippy part should be facing up, and that should be what's holding the wig. However, I have learned to watch a video that there is some velvet on here, and if you feel it, the rough side, so I'm going like this, and that's a little bit rougher than when I would pull it like that. When I do this, that should be the front. So the wig will get stuck on those little tiny velvet grips, and the smooth side should be forward. So I'm assuming I could do either side. Where I went wrong with this particular grip, as I've already mentioned, I have a small head. So this one does not adjust beyond what it currently is. So this is pulled as far as it will go. And I think over time, this will get worn out. There are some grips out there that Velcro shut, and I wasn't paying attention when I purchased it, I suppose. So this is what this looks like. It doesn't feel too tight. And some women I have seen, they bring it back, further back in their hairline, and some women bring it right to the tip. I think where you have to manage it is in the back of your neck. So I don't know about y'all, but every time I wear one of these little headbands, it pops off my head. It just slides right off my head, and I can never wear them. So I was concerned that all of these wig grips would just slide right off and the wig would slide off with it. However, it feels like it would stay. I don't know if it's because it's so far up. I'm not sure if it's because of those little fibers in the velvet going back and forth. As I mentioned, it's kind of holding it, which is why I purchased this rubber one, because I thought it would stay, because there's little rubber teeth on the outside and the inside. So I thought it would stay. And then I also purchased the full cap one because I was afraid, again, that these would pop off. So that's this one. The rubber one. And so what I've also learned is that you pull it behind your ear. Don't have this rubber come all the way so far that your ear is kind of bent. So you can put it far enough back that it sits nicely past your ear. So to me, this one seems a little bit more secure because it's rubber and it's got those little teeth. I don't know. It does seem bulkier. It's thicker than the velvet one. And so to me, if I have this on plus the wig, and inside the wig there's the cap thing, so I'm going to have more bulkiness with this one. But if it does the job, it doesn't bother me. And then let's try the third one. And this one does adjust with Velcro. You can get a tan one or nude like this color or brown. The only reason I just purchased the one that would come quicker. And it's under a wig, so what do I care? The top part has nude lace, and that's where the part will be anyway. It has also little ear holes. So let's put this guy on, although I still have my ponytail in, which I won't wear. Your ears are cut out, and then you put it as tight as you want. This kind of does double duty. You won't have to wear a wig cap. And it does both, and it has the Velcro. It does not have those little plastic grippy things that this nude one does. But as I mentioned, the flow of the velvet will hold it. Let me grab the wig. Oh, I did want to mention in my other video, I said that they had those plastic wig stands. And so I was able to get 2 of these for $5.99, I want to say. And it's nice and easy. There's a little circle thing that goes right here, holds the wig, and it folds up nicely. So I could travel with it if I wanted to. And that's what I purchased here, and that's what's holding the wig. I did wash the wig. I felt that the wig right out, oh, here's the little circle thing I mentioned. The wig right out of the box was shiny. The part was not what I wanted. And I wanted the hair just to be more natural-ish. And in my experience, even with the extensions, the hair looked closer to my own natural hair when I washed it. So that's what I decided. So I just washed it. I watched a few videos on how to do it. You kind of soak it. You can look it up on YouTube, but you kind of soak it in the shampoo, clean all the areas. And then with shampoo, you can use human hair shampoo, although they do have wig shampoos out there, which I have not purchased. I had some special wig or extension shampoo that I used for this particular situation, but it's what I already had on hand. To my understanding, you can use regular shampoo, although if you are going to do this over a long period of time, that you should invest in some wig shampoo. I also put some conditioner, especially on the ends, and then I took my flat iron and just put in some little bit of waves. So it did, once it was dried, it was straight. It was completely straight. I put these in just by taking, real quick, took my little flat iron, my long, I don't know how you say this, flat iron, and just went down and did a little bit of waves in it. So the inside, this is what I mentioned earlier. These clips, they're side clips. And then there's also this bottom clip, or kind of holds it on. And then this is a comb that you stick inside your hair if you have hair. What I did find is often when I was putting on this wig, because I was trying to figure it out, and plus when I styled it, I had to put it on. These right here, the way that Hairvivi has the video on how to put this on, you slip it on. This you pull and you just secure it in the back and you tighten it because it is adjustable. Many times when I put this sucker on, this would just pop right out. So when you pull it, you can see it looks like that. See? So you pull it and it just popped right out, and it was really pissing me off. I think what I might do, once I get this all figured out, what I might do is I can sew that in right there and kind of sew over the little clip so it doesn't pop out. But when you pull this as instructed, it just automatically pulls. And then I try to adjust it while it's in there, but it was really aggravating me. I just didn't know what I was doing wrong. While it's on my head, I adjust this to make it tighter, because if I leave it completely loose as it is, it just doesn't fit. So let's start this sucker. First thing I'm going to do is comb my hair and spray down my hair. So as I mentioned the other day, I did get this Got to Be spray. However, it's really light. When I've sprayed it, and I didn't expect it to be, I thought like the spritz that comes out is really light. I also bought this boar bristle brush. Say that 5 times fast. To kind of glue down my hair here. Get out all the fine hairs. You can really see my gray growing in. I'm gonna take out the clip, my scrunchie, and I'm gonna clip up my hair. So my hair is so tiny that I can just use these little barrettes. Some people braid their hair, so it's so you can clip it to your scalp or head. To me, this hairspray doesn't seem, I don't know, it says glued. I expected it to be stronger, but it doesn't seem extra special to me. It does stick, and it seems flat. All right, let's see. Which one do we want to start? I think I'm going to do this one, the nude one with the little rubber grippy thing. So I was, again, make sure you rub it the right way. And maybe I should put it down and then slide it up. Okay. All right, let's take a drink of coffee. Here we go. All right, now what they tell you, according to the website, you flip it on, you dip your head in, you pull this thing, bring it all the way back, supposedly underneath your little tiny ponytail that you have, which I don't, and then adjust from there. Here we go. I'm making it tighter. And now I'm going to pull the wig. You can see right here where the wig grip is, and so it is sliding back. Oh, now you can see it completely. We don't want that. See, when I go like this, if I mess with this too much, I feel like the wig slips. And that's where I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Now we're going to, you can see on the sides, you can see my wig grip. I don't want that. It's not so much on this side. The hair is fluffier than it was when I took it out of the box. If you look at that video and then watch this one, you can see that it's puffier, and then I'm having a hard time with this. I moved the part when it came with the wig, it was directly in the center. I moved it a little over to the right, or it's a left part. I'm sorry, a left swoop, but this is puffy and it's annoying me. So we're gonna work through that. Let's cut the lace. I'm super scared. With this wig came these little clippies. Okay. And every time I pull this back, you can see this lifts up. Again, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And I might just have to be one of those people that glues down the wig. Maybe my head is just too small. All right, I did purchase eyebrow cutting scissors. I've read or seen women that say that they work better than big bulky scissors. So here we go. And it's got little hairs right here, just like my own damn hair that pissed me off. I'm trying to maneuver around them, but I'm having a hard time. All right. So what people say is cut the center. You could cut this. Actually, let's just cut this off. Oh, I almost cut the dang hair. So I can actually see. Okay, here we go, people. I've heard women, or seen them, go like in a zigzag motion when they do this, to make it look more natural. However, if you lay the lace, cutting those little hairs off, if you glue the lace down or use something to kind of melt it into your hairline, it's supposedly, like, if when I hold this down, it kind of melts into your own skin. So you don't necessarily have to do the zigzag, or you're not going to see the zigzag. Some people I've even seen use like crafting scissors where it cuts the zigzags right away, or some wigs actually have the zigzag cut in for you. Here we are. And when you measure this around your ear, it's over my ear. So what you can do is measure where your ear is and cut off the piece that's too big. See, this lays down bigger than this side. Is it because of the way I have it set on my head? Lord have Moses. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. All right, Tootsie Rolls. I need a drink. All right, I definitely have to get this piece cut, but I don't know how much of this hair I should cut off of the wig itself. I don't want to, like, I do have sideburns. I have little bitty sideburns that I feel should still be there, but I also don't want them. All right, we're just taking the plunge here, people. Oh my gosh. This is much harder than they make it look like on these videos. And I understand eventually, as I wear wigs, it will get easier and I will learn all the things. So this is what I cut, but I still have some here. I still feel like it's over my ear, so I'm gonna cut some more because I want to be able to wear the hair behind my ears. Cutting off more hair here. We still got to do the other side, people. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. All right, so the melting spray, what it does is you spray it along the lining, or the lace, I should say, and then kind of tap it in and dry it. I do have my handy dandy blow dryer, and it should melt in to your forehead. And I think it's certainly for the sides. The top seems like it's pretty well on my head, but we're going to use this. It comes out, the stream comes out pretty thick, so I'm going to spray it on my finger. Woo! I'm making a mess here, people. It feels like glue. It's making my hair look wet and gluey, in my opinion, which I don't want. So it's already drying. At first it goes on kind of liquidy, and then it dries. I can feel it stuck. The kit does come with the band that you're supposed to put on. So that's stuck. The band will hold it down, and we're going to get this little dooma floppy. This is the band that you put on it. We're going to let that set, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Now, we're going to take this hot comb. There's a lot going on back here. Oh, that did not work. Okay, we're going to do this again. Okay, it goes on the black side, not the pink side. And we're going to do that for 5 minutes. All right, here we are. Back. Take this guy off. Feels pretty secure. You can see at the top, it is like a little bit of a different color, and my hair did stick. So in that little kit came this handy dandy little brush. So it's got the bristle up top and it's got the comb here. So I do like the fact that the hairs are here. Kind of looks like my own hair, I guess. Now we're here with this stupid little puff ball we got going on. And it's aggravating me. And I've noticed the more uneven my part, the more natural it looks. This is not going to stay on its own. Which is why I purchased this little handy dandy comb. Ay. Sugar balls. Sucker's hot. The longer I hold the heat, the better it works. Although I did see women spray it a little bit with hairspray and then put the hot comb. See if the blow dryer will do a little bit. I saw a woman this morning that she put a blow dryer right here where it gets stuck. She just puts water and she puts a bit of hairspray and then uses the blow dryer. I do plan on getting this cut, and I will ask the stylist to cut in some layers so this will lay nicer, and then the length. But these stupid hairs, I don't know about you, but I have these issues with my own dang hair, and I end up putting oil on it. But with this, it comes with this wax. So let's try that. Got the wax open. This is what it says. I gotta roll it up like a little deodorant. A little bit at first because I don't want it to look greasy. Supposedly it says for soft pliable hold that creates texture. I also wanted to be able to put this in the back, but I feel like you can see that wig grip too much. All right, friends. This is where we're at. I just take this, turn it a little bit. If you go down with it fast, like, just puts a little body in the hair. In my experience, when I've had extensions, the curl holds longer in extensions versus my own hair. That's just how my hair operates. I really don't like the hair flopping in my face. And once I get it cut, it will kind of frame my face a little better. All right, this video is long enough. This is where we're at. I'm probably still going to play with this a little bit and determine if there's anything I can do about that wig cap showing. Next time I put it on, I will make sure that doesn't happen. But I don't know if I'm going to re-glue it, pull it down a little bit and re-glue it, or just leave it for today. And I'll redo it tomorrow. All right, Tutti Fruities, let me know what you think. If this was helpful for those of you trying this out for the first time, know that it's a work in progress like everything else that you do. What's the saying? Practice makes perfect. So the more I do it, the better I will get. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Like, subscribe. Thank you for joining me. Share all your comments, tips. Let me know what you want to see. If there's something that you want me to try, let me know. I'm happy to try it. All right. Peace out.